So income elasticity of demand is abbreviated as YED. It's not used as, we don't use IED because I stands for investment. So income is Y, so income elasticity of demand is YED. So definition, very similar to the definition for price elasticity. The only difference is for income elasticity, we've got the word income there. For price elasticity, we've got the word price. So just be careful that you watch out for that. The formula, it's the same as the formula for PED, except we've got income instead of price. So that's the only difference, right? So you're going to have income on the bottom instead of price, but everything else is exactly the same as price elasticity of demand. Right, so what we're going to look at is what the sign stands for and the numerical value. So for normal goods, YED is going to be positive. What that means is that when income increases, quantity demanded increases. So you've got a percentage change in quantity demanded is positive, divided by percentage change in income is positive. Positive divided by positive gives you a positive answer. So normal goods might be something like clothes, restaurant meals. So as you have more income, you spend more money on those goods. Inferior goods, as your income goes up, you actually buy fewer of these inferior goods. That's because you have more money, so you're going to buy better things. You don't need to buy these cheap inferior goods anymore. So for example, you might be buying spam or corned beef, and when you have more money, you will buy proper meat. Or you might be buying economy baked beans. When you have more money, you'll start buying Heinz baked beans. The opposite can also be the case. As income goes down, as you have less money, then you're going to have to start buying these inferior goods instead of the nicer, more expensive goods. Now, one thing to point out here is that some things might be inferior for some people, but normal goods for other people. So something like, super noodles. They're cheap, a staple for students, but some people actually like them, and when they have more money, even if they have more money, they'll still buy them. So although that super noodles might be something that's considered as an inferior good for the general population, kind of on average, they might not be an inferior good for some people because they might actually like them, and they're not buying them just because they're cheap. All right, now if we have the numerical value is greater than 1, so that could be that we've got -2, so it would be an inferior good, but it would be greater than 1. That would be income elastic. And if the numerical value is less than 1, so it might be 0.2, then that is called income inelastic. And then if you've got a high value for YED, so maybe 2 or 3, then that's known as a superior or a luxury good. However, if you've got a high value with a negative in front of it, the negative is telling you that it's an inferior good. So it can't be inferior and luxury because that just doesn't make sense. So it must be a high positive for that to be classed as a luxury good or a superior good. Right, so we're going to have a look at a diagram here. We've got 3 lines on that diagram. Now, that is not a demand curve, right? Because what you've got is you've got income on the y-axis. So just note that you've got income on the y-axis, not price on the y-axis. So line number 1 is showing that as income goes up, then we don't buy any more of the good. So maybe something like shampoo, right? Our income goes up, we still buy the same amount of shampoo. Number 2, what we've got here is as income goes down, then demand is going up. So we've got a negative relationship there. So as income's going down, demand is going up. So that would be an inferior good. And number 3, income goes up, demand goes up. So that would be your normal good. So that might be something like clothes or computer games.